Something that came across my timeline that I happened to see. It was all on social media and also on different social platforms. It was a pregnant girl that was at her baby shower, and she got jumped by her friends. What was wild about that? You see people talking about how like a bunch of girls can actually team up. That was her best friends. They call them their besties. And they did a baby shower for her. And they end up, you know what I mean, jumping her, you know what I mean? And what's crazy is she lost her baby. But the thing that made me kind of like wonder is, it's one of the reasons why a lot of people tend to not have friends today. But that's not the moral of this, of the point that I'm trying to make. What was kind of striking to me is that, people normally are who they attract. And it's not a thing of like I'm victim blaming or shaming the person that lost the baby. But anyone knows that's out here that lived long enough or had life out here that's in their late 30s or 40s or 50s or 60s, whatever age you may be, but you're out of your 20s. You're able to have a life that you end up living, that you're able to understand people a lot more. You have a comfortability of understanding life and the transitions that you have to make in life when you make bad choices. And what strikes me is this is a person that got beat down by friends. Think about this. These are friends. You did not have one. You did not have two. You did not have three. You had more than three people. More. Team up on you and strategize a plan to be able to throw a bogus baby shower for you in order to do something to you, and you lost your baby. That's diabolical. Like, you can't even fathom something like this for someone to do something like this. Neither say a bunch of people, multiple people do this. So it made me kind of wonder, and just listen to me on this. It makes you wonder, if your friends are like this, what kind of person are you? It made me wonder about this because not to say that this is something nobody should be above anything. No one should go through something like this. But it also makes you understand and realize too, it depends on what you did to people in your life or in your livelihood up to that point. Like what happened for something to go down like this? Because if your friends are this ruthless, not one, not two, more, to team up on you to do something like this is multiple people. So it made me kind of wonder, what kind of person are you to normally have friends like this? And it also makes me wonder, what kind of person is this to actually be jumped? Because I'm like, what happened? Like, literally, the truth is going to end up coming out sooner or later, but it does make you wonder what happened for them to actually hate you that much. What was it that happened? It's easy to sit back and say, it don't matter. It does matter. We always say it don't matter. It's easy to say something that does not matter till something happens, and then it becomes a thing of, it does matter. Everything matters. It depends what happened. You see more women today setting men up. You see more women today planting and scheming on people, getting like extorting them. I just seen the other day a girl extorted this guy and took his Rolex and merchandise. And what happened was, what got her caught was because he decided to not become that person that's just be like, I'm gonna be a victim, but I'm not gonna turn this person in. Now she's standing trial, or they have her in custody. And that happened, I think, in Brickell Hill up in Miami. I think it's called Brickell Hill or Brickell. You look it up. It's in Miami. Anybody that's familiar with Miami, really nice area. And it's starting to show a lot of things are happening today dealing with women. It's like they're becoming more vicious. And it's like a vicious cycle. It's not a blame thing. I'm not saying that women never been this way. Women have always shown strategic ways of moving out here, of just how they operate. It's very sneaky and conniving. But not to say that men ain't. we all know how men operate. We operate a certain way, but we also set up too. But it's just different. We suffer the consequences because it's no leniency of how they operate when it comes to men. So we understand that. I know that. But it's coming a time now where, so this is probably one of the reasons why, not no, I know for sure, it's one of the reasons why men don't look at women the same. We understand how y'all operate. If you out here and you live long enough and you deal with a lot of women in your time of life, you understand that women are sneaky, very sneaky, and they will switch up on you. I understand that. I understand the magnitude of life when it comes to the switch up, you know. But what made me wonder about what's going on, how we operate today, normally has a lot to do with the way you are. And it's not a thing of you're blaming anybody for a casualty or anything, but it makes you also understand that your friends are normally an image of you. No matter what nobody tell you, your friends are an image of you. It's always been that way. I never seen a person that was a clean person that had their head on straight and they hang out with the stick-up cats or the dope boys. Come on, I grew up out here, so I never seen that. Even when I was on stupid time, my friends was not that far off. Not to say that they were bad, but you're normally doing similar things. You might not always have everything the same, but you're not far apart. And it's wild because if your friends are an image that you don't like, you definitely have to look at yourself. You have to look at yourself and be like, yo, what am I doing? You ever notice the brokest people are normally with the brokest people until they elevate and start gravitating to different things to make you say, yo, I want more of the life. So you start being around people that normally have a more going on, so you can end up dissecting some of that information so you can better yourself. It's just how that works. So when I say the friends that you're around are an image of you, they normally are. This is why when you out here and you see women around other women that are like just mentally unstable and they wild out a lot, they tend to be victims a lot. They normally end up elevating everybody else around. And I say elevate because it's the elevation of, I'm going to make you more crazy than me. That way y'all encourage each other. It's always been that way. And this is why, like, when you tend to be doing good, the people that are around you, normally like your mothers, your aunts, you know, your girlfriends, they normally will make you go backwards because they make you start to look at life in a way of, girl, I will never go through that. Remember something. The people that always say they'll never go through something, normally are the ones that's going through it. But it's to make you feel some type of way so you can do the things that they're telling you to do, encourage you to do. This is why when somebody's single, they talk about so many things about why you need to leave the person you're with. And then when you leave them, you sitting there looking like, yo, I cannot believe this. And then they end up becoming a person that's in a relationship. And now you're the odd person out there looking like, yo, wait a minute, I'm the only person here on the block? Damn, I'm single, I broke my marriage up, or I broke up with my man, and I'm out here and I'm looking crazy. This is why that situation with the pregnant girl, I had to look at and say, wait a minute, what would make that many people jump on this person? And it's sad because she lost the baby. And the crazy part about that situation is not only she lost the baby, they're now going to lose their livelihood because they done took a life. Doesn't matter if it was intentional, on purpose. Who knows? They probably wanted her to lose the baby. Who knows? But we know when people normally think of stuff like this, it's normally on a dummy mission to do more harm than to fix a situation. And I don't know what happened. That's another thing. A lot of people, I noticed nobody's mentioned, because that's the thing that it's not the most important right now. It's not. and it's not the most important. Most important thing right now is how they gonna. You can't fix it. I tell you that now. You can't fix it. Baby is gone. You can't fix it. Only thing is jail time, which means their livelihood is going to be gone. So, but the sad part about it is, which is going to probably come out later, what happened, what led up to this when they face trial, but it's going to come out what happened, and who knows. It's probably going to come down to probably somebody slept with somebody, or something happened. Don't nobody wake up. Strategize a plan, which means they set this up. It was well thought out. And how you know it was well thought out? It was a baby shower planned. That's one. It was a plan to get her there at a certain time, of course. That's the plan. Once she got there, she realized that, oh, this ain't what this was supposed to be. That's when you know, oh, the plans, they succeeded with the plan. Another thing, once she tried to get out of there, she couldn't get out. And the door was locked by somebody else. Multiple people, just people on top of people that's going to be catching charges all over the place. Planned. And another thing that raised my eyebrows. If you get jumped like that, you had nobody to stop it or help you. It made me also wonder, where your mom? You don't know your mom. You also know that, I'm not going to say if men was there, but I doubt that men was there. They showed no signs of men, but if they were there, they wasn't stopping nothing. And another thing, no father. Yo, it's so many things in this story that make you realize that, yo, this story is so sad. But at the same time, it's going to come out what actually happened. Because you're going to find out that a lot of people played a part in all this happening. Not the beatdown. Not the thing that she lost the baby. Everybody. And I'm pretty sure it's going to come out too. What happened to lead up to this actually happen like this. Like, you're going to find out what the girl did for this to actually happen, and then you're going to find out the outcome of the situation to get that girl to that baby shower. So you're going to see a lot of casualties and a lot of blame being put in different areas of this, to the point you're going to start to probably see people on social media saying, wow, she did that. People going to start to probably even start to forget, not to forget, but you're going to have some people going to start to forget all about the baby and be like, whoa, hold up, that happened? It's crazy. It's crazy of the times we're in. And you wonder why people don't want to be friends with people no more. It just makes you wonder what kind of world we live in now. It's a wild world. Wild world. And it's hard to trust people. But also you got to look at yourself in the mirror and realize too, what kind of person are you? If you got a bunch of foul people around you, nobody like you, you seem untrustworthy, you might have to reevaluate you. All right? Peace.